Okay, I'm recording. I'm blonde again.
You're blonde again. Oh yeah,
I know.
you look great.
Blonde blondes do have more fun.
Totally. You're flying back today, right now?
Yeah, I'm in Incheon right now.
Okay. Did going there make you want to live there?
No, it
No. Good.
was such a great place to have kids when they were little. So nice.
Huh.
We all agreed on that.
Ni- Nicer than Taipei.
Well, I don't know. I didn't have little kids in Taipei.
It sucks.
Well, good morning. You're
Good
in
evening.
Florida.
Yeah, I'm in Florida. So my the United States is insane story for you.
Oh no.
It's uncomfortable for me to even tell this story, but I was riding in the car to the beach and I just turned on the radio. And I'm not kidding. There was a segment called "Gay of the Day," and I
Wait.
think it was like their least favorite person of the day.
Oh, not like for Pride Month.
No, no,
What?
I know. It was. I like, you know what I mean. Like usually when I come here, I'm like, yeah, Florida's crazy, but mostly people are just people. And
Yeah.
that one, I was like, oh my god, this is
Wow.
legitimately insane. Yeah, it was a lot.
Wow. That's a lot.
Yeah, it's
That's a
sad.
shame. They're missing out on some of the greatest people on the planet. So,
Sure. Yeah, yeah.
ugh. Okay.
Um, what do you want? How do you want to do this? You want to talk about basketball?
Yes. I wrote an intro.
Oh,
Let me
good.
let me read it because this is gonna be like an official episode. So hold on.
Okay,
Here we go.
good.
Here we go. Welcome to Go Team Score Points, a podcast for those who want to distract themselves from the news for 30 to 45 minutes and learn about the NBA instead. Each episode focuses on one NBA game from that week. An NBA beginner Irish, that's me, and longtime NBA fan Sam
That's me.
learn more about the NBA games, people, and current events. Today, we're going to have a quick check-in about the NBA Finals. It's our shortest episode yet.
It's international flavor. We're we
Yes,
we are far flung right now.
we're on opposite sides of the world.
Do you know the word for that? Do you know the word for?
Well, here's what I've heard. I've heard a debate about how it's pronounced. Is it antipode or antipode?
Ooh, I've only heard antipode, but I love antipode. Let's do that.
Okay,
I don't think we're there, but we're close.
we're close because it's
You know what?
9:42 p.m. where I am.
And it's
And
8:42 a.m. where I am.
I'm in the future.
Yeah. What happens?
It's a good day. I mean, it's Friday the 13th and I'm getting on a plane, which is
What could go wrong?
dicey.
Hmm.
So,
Do you know the antipode to Taiwan?
is it like in Brazil or Argentina?
It's Argentina. Wow, nice.
Look at me,
Yeah.
take me to trivia night.
No team score points. Is that your
Have I told?
is that your trivia name?
No, that's always my
Oh, fantasy football, fantasy sports. Right.
March Madness name.
Oh, got it. Okay.
Now, if you take me to trivia, my thing in trivia, and it's like this every time, I either do not have any idea about anything, or I will confidently assert the wrong answer. Like every
Yeah.
time I'll be like, I know this one. I know this one.
And you'll
I
fight
know.
about it.
Yeah. I'll be like,
Yeah.
oh, I ran a marathon once. I know it's 24.8 miles. like, damn it.
Yeah. Well, trivia is not about getting the answers right. That's the thing.
Yes, it is. And I can
Yeah.
tell you why I know this because Jim is fantastic at trivia and being on his team is like That's very fun. It's very fun to be on a winning trivia team.
Yeah.
And I always leave trivia feeling dumber than I ever like
Yeah.
considered myself to be.
Yeah. We've been watching a lot of Jeopardy here, which I like.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's fun. No, I'm still adjusting to Ken Jennings instead of Alex Trebek.
Yeah. Did you watch Jeopardy a lot? Did you watch it when Ken Jennings was like going on a run?
It wasn't a nightly watch for me then,
We
but
were,
I was aware of it.
yeah, that was really a fun time. Like that was, I love Ken Jennings.
Yeah, the the one we watched yesterday, my mom I don't know what the word is now, TiVo, but it's not TiVo anymore. She like records them and watches them later on.
Yeah.
And the final, the one of the it was the final Jeopardy category was brands, and one of the people put H&R Block, and then they put sorry Ken, but H&R Block was the question that he got wrong to end his streak. The final,
Wow.
yeah, 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 yeah. He was like, "What did I ever do to you?" It was pretty funny.
Very
He's good.
clever.
Yeah, he's really
Yeah.
smart, really, really funny, but not like encyclopedic smart. You can tell he's like clever. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Like he's kind of normal, like in his personality. Anyway,
Anyway,
we boarding starts in like 5 minutes, but well, I don't know what that means for me.
yeah.
15 minutes
Well,
probably.
so what do you know about the finals right now?
Okay, here's what I know. It's 1-1. It's 2-1 Pacers.
Yeah.
And Tyrese Halliburton didn't get fouled at all. He hasn't thrown a free throw at all in the last game.
Okay.
And Wemby, the rumor is, and I know this is unrelated to finals, but there's a rumor. No, it's true. Wemby's in China.
Yeah.
And he's like at a monastery maybe, and he shaved his
Yeah.
head. And the rumor is that he has grown more and that he's now 7'7".
I heard all of those things. I was I was wondering
Were
if
you
you bumped
talking to
into.
August? Oh,
I think August and I probably read the same article or listened to the same podcast or something.
and it's so funny to me that we've never discussed the possibility that these players are so young that
Yeah.
it is possible they are still growing.
Yeah. I heard a long time ago or read I think that the the later on average the later your growth spurt is, the bigger it is. So
Oh,
like yeah, so a lot of these guys will their growth
oh,
spurt will continue until there was a
that's
lot
like
of last summer there
Derek
was a lot of
White.
talk
Oh,
about how sorry last summer there was a lot of talk about how Tatum was taller still. They were looking at pictures of him with Team USA like next to
yeah.
like Chris Bosh, and they were like, my gosh, he's the same height as him. Sorry, what were you saying about Derek White?
Derek White he didn't, I don't think he got to 6 feet until he was in college. Like, he didn't
Mm-hmm.
grow until college.
Yeah.
Okay, so tell me about the finals. What do you know about the finals?
Well, you said the fact that it's 2-1 Indiana is already really remarkable. I can't think of anyone who had the Thunder winning in sorry, I can't think of anyone who had the Thunder winning in more than 5 games. So like
Yeah,
already everyone's wrong, right, with their
yeah.
final prediction because I didn't even hear anyone say Thunder in 6, let alone 7, and I don't think I heard anyone say Indiana. The real quick, like the buzz that is around. There's been a lot of talk about like just how elite is Halliburton. He's Indiana's
Yeah.
best player, and he's not like a score first guy. He passes a lot more than he shoots, and so
Okay.
it's a little bit hard to measure like how good he is. Points is such like a ubiquitous measurement of how good
Right.
someone is. So he's had a really good series. The talk after game one, he made the game winning shot in game one. The Pacers were ahead for about 3 seconds in game one, and they won the game.
Yeah, I know
Uh,
that it didn't happen twice. Halliburton did it again, right?
I think only once in this series has he hit a game winner, but
Oh, that's right. It was against the Knicks where he did
yeah,
the,
yeah, the super
yeah,
high bounce. That shot put it into overtime. I lied. I think it was
right.
0.3 seconds that they were ahead for in that game,
Wow.
and it was enough to win. So, and then
It's anybody's
game
game.
game two, the Thunder. Game two was not super close. It was like a convincing win. But then I watched the first quarter of game three, and the Thunder were ahead by like 8 after the first quarter, and it looked like they had figured it out. They just looked like faster, more aggressive, stronger, more athletic. And then we woke up the next morning and saw that they won and went back and watched. And it wasn't the I I don't mean this as an insult to the Pacers, but they have won a lot of games like right at the end of the game. Yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry, your announcement's happening. Is that going to mess us up?
I know. Like they're starting to board, but
We
the
can.
kids are
We
texting. No, it's okay. We only need like 5 more minutes, right?
yeah. We can be quick. We can be quick.
Here, let me just tell the kids that. Give me 5 more minutes. Okay,
So and then when we woke up and saw that the Pacers had won, my mom and dad and I went back and watched, and it was like it was not that the Pacers were just kind of better. Like it was like
oh,
super interesting, right? It didn't have this. I don't want to say fluky because their comebacks are real, and all you have to do is have more points than the other team, and they've done that a lot.
yes.
But it was like this game, they just like it was the game was really close, like halfway through the fourth quarter, and the Pacers just outplayed them. The Thunder looked tired, they looked a little discombobulated. SGA was not his normal self. So sort of the buzz is like if the Pacers go on to do this, if they go on to win, is this the most disappointing team in like one of the most disappointing teams in NBA history and in the Thunder, right? Or in the fact that they won 68 games, they had the best net rating ever, and yet if they go on to lose these finals, is this a big failure, or is Indiana really actually just coming into their own and they're that good? I don't I don't know yet. That's all assuming that the Thunder don't win 3 of the next 4 games. And
Would Giannis Tempo say that those are all failures? No.
good question. Good question. Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
also, I'm sure you heard, if I heard this, you heard this, that all the players in the NBA like do like a voting thing,
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
like superlatives, and
Uh-huh.
that Tyrese Halliburton was voted most overrated by his
Yeah.
peers.
I wonder
And
who was
now he's
voted
like,
most likely to succeed.
it's like, suck it.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, I thought that was really interesting that it was like a
It
player
must
poll.
feel, it must feel even better
Yeah,
to like
yeah,
totally crush it in these finals after your peers vote you most overrated.
yeah, totally. It's been, and then one other thing I'll give you, and then you can go, is that the these are two teams who are not particularly following the trend in the NBA, what being like a huge number of 3-point shots. And they do a lot of what's called like matchup hunting in the NBA, where like if there's a defender that the offensive team considers weak, they'll bring that defender close to the ball so that the offensive player has a chance to go against someone who they think they can score against, basically. And like the Celtics are so boring and brutal with this that like it'll just be Tatum up near half court dribbling, and then he'll like pick out a guy and say, "Come here," to try to get a switch. Whatever. The Pacers and the Thunder are not doing that. The ball's moving. It's been actually like really fun to watch. Really good, high energy stuff. So I'm enjoying it.
Good. And it's spread out a lot. So you can enjoy
Yeah,
it for
game
the
4 is
next
tonight.
3 weeks.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, yeah. This is the only game where there's only a 1-day break.
Oh.
So yeah, so they played Wednesday, they played Friday night, and then the next game would be, I guess, Monday, if game 5.
Okay.
So pretty fun.
Great.
Did we
Great.
do it? Did we do it?
I think we did it.
Good job.
Good job.
You have an outro?
Bye.
Oh,
Wait, I have an outro. Hold on.
okay.
We always say bye, but let me do the outro. Okay,
Bye.
thank you for listening to Go Team Score Points. Today's episode was edited by Irish. You can reach us at goteamscorepoints@gmail.com. Next week, we have a super special guest episode where Andrew will talk to us about the draft. See you then.
All right, good job. Travel safe.
Good job. Yeah, I just got to get these two on a plane to America in 12 hours from now.
Whoa. Wait,
I know.
how long is the flight back to Taipei?
2.5 hours. I have 4
And-
episodes of Shrinking downloaded. I'm so excited to watch it.
Oh,
So
good. Are you
good.
still in season 1?
Yes. Well, I've got 2.5 more in season 1, and then I have the first 2 episodes of season 2 downloaded.
Okay, great.
Yeah. And then we're staying it's a long story, like where we booked I think we booked them thinking about Katie's visit. And anyway, we had to move the America flight because we looked at the calendar and we were like, how do the kids have that little time? They were gonna fly out next Wednesday and it just like wasn't quite enough time. And so we moved it to tomorrow because it was cheaper than Sunday. And then it was just like, okay, it's a quick turnaround, but we're staying at like a hostel at the airport.
In Taoyuan?
Yeah, so I drove to Taoyuan and I left my car and their luggage for America. So it's all there at the airport.
Nice.
And
Nice.
I have the car key in my purse.
Okay. You did it. You did it.
I mean, not yet, but hopefully I did it. Okay, I think I
So,
gotta go.
okay.
Everyone's lining
Travel
up.
safe. You're the best. I'll talk to you soon.
I
Bye.